All right, guys, let's take a quick look at these Unimatics. Now, I've done the U2 on the channel before. That's basically this case style. Now, they have different dial layouts and different colors and everything like that. But Burt sent over his two Unimatics. I think he at least has these two. He might even have more. So I'm going to put a link down in the description to Unimatic because they have some really fun models. It's a weird thing that I'm noticing with this brand is they're really well built, heavy duty, Italian made watches, great packaging, limited runs, which, you know, most micro brand watches can be categorized as limited edition just because they only make so many, right? But they do pretty small batches, typically around 200 watches, and they are numbered on the case back as well. This is number 269 of 400. This guy in the background is only 200. They have some cool sign language thing going on there. Some of the printing is a little difficult to read after a while. It's not super deep in there, but there's a lot of information on there. But, you know, unique case shapes, you know, this particular one, the U2 series, the crystal, really thick double-domed sapphire crystal is pressed directly into the case. The case is all one piece, you know, into this bezel part here. Really nice oversized heavy-duty screw-down crown, drilled lugs. I mean, check out that case profile. Really nice symmetrical design with smooth finishing and nice clean dial layout. These things are hard to photograph and hard to video. There's a ton of glare, even though there is a healthy application of anti-reflective coating on there. This U1 in the background is a little easier to do, but this super domed sapphire crystal is pretty wild. So measurements on this 38 mil case, 47.5 lug to lug, close to 16 thick with the sapphire crystal, 22 millimeter lug width. So I don't want to spend a ton of time on this particular one. I want to spend a little bit more time on the other one, but I do want to give you a wrist shot of this guy. There it is on my 7 1/4. It wears totally different than most watches that you've tried. If you're not, you know, if you've never tried this case shape, just because it's so funky of a case shape, it just wears a little different. It's not bad or anything like that. It's just different. It's not what you're typically used to. All right, now, I feel like I talked enough about that one. I'm not even sure the price points on these guys. You're going to have to click on the link in the description. It's in euro, so you have to do the conversion. I think so neither one of these are available now. They have some models similar to this one, but still different yet again. I absolutely love this dial layout. The branding and everything is in like a off black or a dark gray or something on the dial, so it's almost ghosted in there. And then the indices are printed just the outer portion, and then clean white handset, you know, with a lot of black in there too. So pretty wild looking. I think it's awesome. 3 o'clock crown on this as well, but it's shielded. Case size. This is, in case you're wondering, this is the U1 EMN. So here's on the info on the case back. It says EMN. This is number 172 of 200. So there's only a couple hundred of these guys, so which is pretty cool. Really thick case back on these. These are both 300 meter water resist watches, but they use thick case backs and thick crystals on these. So they're really heavy duty components. It's just a very design oriented type structure going on here. I'm like, when you have a dive watch and there's no markings on there except for a Lume pip, that's bold. That's, you know, that's out there a little bit, you know, compared to the norm, but they executed it where it's actually really fun and cool looking. I mean, it's polarizing when you look at it. It's just, you don't see anything like that. Really nice, easy to use, oversized screw down crown, nice pop to it. You're going to get a good whine. Both these are using the Seiko NH35s, so there is a ghost date wheel in there, which means that first position when it pops out, that's where you would have your date set, but there isn't a date wheel. So that's what I mean when I say ghost. So case size on this, 41 millimeter case. The bezel sits a little wider than the case, so you're probably going to be closer to like 41.5 on the bezel, but the case is 40. 48.6 lug to lug. Really nice case shape on this, non-drilled lugs. I think that gives it a nice clean look. I like that as well. 13.5 thick. You can see the sapphire crystals slightly domed and chamfered, sitting just proud of the bezel insert. 22 millimeter lug width. Let me pop this guy on wrist for you. Yeah, this thing is, I don't know, man. That's just super cool looking. And I don't know, maybe you got to like get so far into your journey before you think something like this is really cool. Maybe you think it's really cool right out of the gate, but I mean, this thing wears great. I could see owning one like this, like, and they have some current runs right now. So check out their website. You know, these are, like I said, these are my buddy Burt's watches, but I'm glad he sent them over, especially because I had seen this one before, but I'm definitely way more drawn to this design. This case, you know, the dive style case, and the way they're doing their colorways or whatever you want to call it are just funky. 120 click bezel. So I mean, you could kind of time things. I don't know. It'd be rough. You'd have to go off of memory or something, but it's still fun. I guess we'll just call it a fidget spinner. Not so much a timing bezel. It's just a fidget spinner, guys. They're using C1 Superluminova on pretty much across the board, all their watches from what I read on their website. And they're just really heavy duty, really well built watches. Even the straps are really nice. This is Horween shelled Cordova made in Italy straps. I mean, they're just super high quality matching hardware. If you try to do a close-up, you can see, I mean, other than my smudges, but the quality control and the fitment and everything is like really good. Just clean, really well-designed watches. They're just super fun. I mean, they're fashion watches at this point, right, guys? I mean, most of the watches we are wearing are jewelry or fashion. So occasionally when you find something like this and you're like, that one kind of doesn't make sense, you know, a dive watch with no timing bezel and stuff like that, who cares? Just have fun with it. If you like it, if it looks cool to you, then that's all that matters. So let me give you a Lume shot, and then we're going to close these guys out. Let me know what you think about these Unimatics. I think they're pretty cool, and they got some pretty funky stuff. Now, the camera's going to pick up the Lume probably a little bit better than what it actually is, but I'm super big fan of just the outline loomed like that. That is so fun looking, even when it looms up. Now, C1 traditionally is not the best Lume in the game. I would like to see maybe some C3 or BGW9 even, or C3X1. I'm a huge fan of that formula. But this seems like a pretty healthy application of C1. It seems like it's doing okay. But definitely, us Lume junkies love that really strong, powerful Lume. And if you were to do those outlines in C3X1, oh, man, that would look insane good. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next vid.